All right, let's try this again. Let me get my windows all set up here. It's got to be a problem with Restream IO because, like, as soon as I ended stream, I did a connection test and my connection was fine. All right, here we go. Let's try this again. Are you still there, Mig? Now, where were we? We were looking for what belts? Let me see if I got a. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Like I said, it's got to be some kind of a issue with Restream IO, and that's a paid service. You know, like I'm not using the free version. I'm paying a monthly fee for that. So, I mean, I expect that shit to be dialed in. You know, it's like $20 a month or something to use it. But yeah, it all looks fine now. So we'll see what happens. So what are we looking for? We're looking for belts and helmets. Emperor of Corpses. We're getting lots of helmet prophecies, but not many belt prophecies. But that's all right, as long as we're getting something that I want. What are you up to today, Freezer Burn? Rare enemies. Playing some DD1. Nice. I've been wanting to get back into DD1, but it's tough to get motivated. I've got just so many games to play right now. Oh, you hadn't played DD1 yet? Oh, it's an incredibly good game. Let's go with that belt one. Let's just blow everything that we can. What's going on there, Phil? How you doing? I think that's it. We're not going to have another good prophecy for only 4K. So, all right, what did we have? Let's see. We got Fall of the Empire, Reign of Dragons. Reign of Dragons and Fall of the Empire. Let's do it. You're enjoying your time in? I don't live stream very much DD2. Haven't actually had a DD2 live stream, but what, maybe once in the last 2 or 3 years. It's not a really great live streaming game. I am planning on live streaming some of that Mystic playthrough I got going. But yeah, DD2 is just not it's a very AFK game, so it's Kind of tough to live stream it, you know? I mean, nobody wants to watch someone just sit there and AFK, you know? See what we got over here. Crit chance. Me. There was something. Has helmets. All right, so what are we looking for? We're looking for that helmet. Increase echo damage when a skill echoes. That's actually not a terrible base right there. I'll pick that one up and look at it here. This is Last Epoch. I should say right in the... Let me save that for the Forge Guard. That one, I don't like the rolls on it. Melee and throwing. The reduced bonus damage from critical strikes would be nice too, but I can get that elsewhere is the thing. Actually, yeah, I may end up having to go with regular boots. It's the same genre. They look very, very different when you look at the two, but they are the same genre. So, Path of Exile, Diablo, Last Epoch. That would be the biggest three right now, anyway. What do we got there? Movement speed. No, none of those are ones I want. Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn's really good. I can't remember why I stopped playing that. It was probably some other game, a Dungeon Defenders update or something. I know I need another belt, so let's slam this belt in here. Have to see what's going on with that idol. I might need to re-roll it again. And we can throw that in the turtle. See what's in this chest. All right. Let's take a look at that helmet and see if that was any good. So what is this one, right? Like I said, we got good stuff on it. Increased damage when a skill echoes. We got that twice. 25% health. Let me see if I can get lucky and seal this vitality off. Come on. Nope. God dang it. Nope. I could try sealing this off, but I'm going to kill the forging potential. Alright, that one's sealed off anyway. What can we put there? We need just prefixes. Channel cost is what we want. Oh my god, and it completely destroyed the forge potential. So that is already bricked. That was such a good base, too. But a brick's a brick. And then that's for the forge guard. And we had some turtle. And that I don't think I need at the moment. All right, so we're almost to a boss kill. One more map and we get a boss fight. God, man, I can't believe that helmet bricked like that. Like I was just saying, DD2 is just not a very good stream game. It's a game that you AFK. Games that you AFK are not ideal for streaming. But, I mean, there's like... If you take out all the alts, there's probably like 150 people playing it. So it's just not a... It's not a game anybody's going to want to stream, you know? Right now, anyway. Around updates and stuff, people will be streaming it. People want to stream games that have more potential viewers, and DD2 does not have that, sadly. Great game. It's just very limited audience. What DD2 needs is DD3. DD3 people will be streaming. You know? Or a DD1 remake. Like a true remake. People would be all over that one as well. All right, that turned to crap, so we'll banish that. I mean, at some point, as long as Chromatic is still around, their next game is not a Dungeon Defenders game. But if it does well and makes some money, there's no reason to think that there won't be something else down the road. But your best bet if you want to see a DD3 is support their new project that's upcoming. Well, you see, that costs millions of dollars is the thing. The problem is not the will or the talent to make it. They've got plenty of talented people that would want to make it. The problem is the company doesn't have several $1 million to throw into its development. That one's just not good enough of a base. to craft on. I mean, to make a proper DD3, it's going to cost what? $5 million and take 4 years to make? And, you know, Chromatic doesn't have either of those. They don't have $5 million and they don't have 3 or 4 years. So it needs, what it would need is... Oh, wow, that turned out really crappy. I'm going to have to re-roll it. And it's bricked again, so I'll have to re-roll it one more time. DDA wasn't horrible. DDA was a great game. DDA got sabotaged by the Dungeon Defenders community and didn't make any money, so they didn't continue developing it. It was an awesome game. It just does. It's an awesome game that doesn't have enough. You know? You're done with it too fast. Well, that's what happens when your community is fucking brain dead idiots. You know? When you got a community that thinks, oh, let's sabotage this new game because that will make them want to do the old game more. When that's their mentality, that's like a fucking 10-year-old brain dead moron's mentality. There's one bank account. If you sabotage that one bank account, it fucks up all of the games. And people are too fucking stupid to realize that. So by review bombing the game and like organized review bombs and all that shit that the community had because it wasn't DD1 and it wasn't DD2, they completely sabotaged any chance of DDA being successful. And then, granted, it wasn't all the community. You throw in the mix that they had the absolute wrong person in charge of the studio at the time. With all those other factors, and you just got a train wreck, you know? And that's what happened with DDA. All right, I want to get more. What do I need? I need needles. Let me grab a needle. We'll just throw it right there for now. I want to get more gazes for when I fight Oribus here. Well, I mean, the problem DD2 has is it's a free-to-play game, and generally speaking, communities in free-to-play games are normally awful. That's the main problem DD2 has. It had a really good community at the beginning, but then all of the toxicity and the elitist douchebags and all that came rolling in. And it just drove the community into the ground. And now it's just non-existent. All right. So we got 15% all resist, which isn't very good. But I think we keep it. And get a higher roll of that one. All right, let's see. We got to have another good helmet here, right? Crit multi. Wow, not one. Echo damage helmet. There's a 83% reduced bonus damage taken from crits. That's pretty huge, but the rest of all of the rolls on it are absolute garbage besides that. And dodge rating being the T7 roll stinks. That one's a bummer too. That one's a super low roll. I mean, we can see if we can roll those to something else, but thinking the chances of that are probably not great. See, the T7 on dodge rating just ruins it. Ruins the whole helmet. I'm just going to scrap it. There's no point in trying to invest into that one. This one, we need to have a lucky YOLO roll on this with a chaos. And we didn't get it yet. Let's try one more. Now, can we get lucky and seal that? Oh, wow. Still got dodge rating on it, though, which is just awful. See if I can get lucky and remove dodge rating. There's no way I'll get that lucky, right? Nope. And let's just call that one a brick. Bummer. Alright. Now, do we not have a catch-up node? We do. That one's 58 corruption. Let's go ahead and do that one. Well, I put out a new Dungeon Defenders video almost every day, so that won't stop anytime soon. I mean, I love the games. It's just, you know, right now there's no updates. There's not really a whole lot to do in the games. So kind of just waiting for the next thing. The next thing's not a Dungeon Defenders game. It's a roguelite, survivors-like type game. Oh, shit. What the hell got me? A blood orb got me. Oof. Looks like I still had enough gazes. There was an update called Returnia for DD1, but that's not a new game. They really need a new game to breathe life back into the franchise and the studio. Updates for their old games is not going to really get it. Shit, man. Another blood orb, same thing. Maybe I go to a different Orbis. That one, obviously, I'm jinxed on. Is there another Orbis there? There's not. That's alright, we'll run into one. Well, I still got 4 gazes left. Let me try it one more time. It's hard to see those blood orbs with this cosmetic on the warpath. Like, there it is. Oop, there's one right there. Die already, dude. There we go. Another Shattered Chains for the Nemesis. It depends on their next game. It 100% depends on their next game. Like I said, to make DD3 is going to cost, like, at a minimum $5 million. So if they have the money, then yeah, they're more than capable of making an incredible good game. I mean, all they got to do is take the DD1 base and make it a modern game. Make it look like it's something made in 2025. You know? DD1 is their most successful game, though. So that's what they would want to model it off of. And the problem is they constantly decide that they want to change this and change that, and et cetera, et cetera. And then they take away from the game too much. And it doesn't attract those people. Well, that's what I mean by modern-looking game, is better graphics. I mean, they could do just that. I've told them this 100 times over the last decade. If they just took DD1 and rebuilt it in Unreal 5 and gave it modern graphics, it would sell millions. It would sell millions of copies. But once again, that's something else that's going to take several $1 million to make. They don't have several $1 million. They don't have investors willing to put up several $1 million. So it's just not a real reality until they have something that generates revenue, you know? You got to remember, from an investment standpoint, DD2 was a massive loss. So, like, investors that would invest in video games are not knocking their, knocking on the door right now, trying to throw money at them. Minion damage. Boo! We don't want no minion damage. But, and then you've got the other challenge of just, it's a action defense game, and, name a action defense game in 2025 that's generating lots of money. There's not one, So that too makes it, from a business and an investor standpoint, why would you want to invest in that? That's the challenge. They basically would have to make the money themselves, and the only way they're going to make the money themselves is by putting out something new that sells 1 million copies. They'll never get that kind of money out of DD1. They'll never get that kind of money out of DD2, no matter what they do to DD1 or DD2. And that's the big struggle with not just Dungeon Defenders, but the action defense genre in general. The only company out there that's got a bunch of money right now that could really put out an incredibly good product is Sanctum. Coffee Stain has got all that money that they got from Satisfactory, which is substantial, millions of dollars. They could make Sanctum 3, and it could be absolutely incredible. And it would, it would be self-funded. Let's go out and do the turtle. I think that's Majasa. That's not the turtle. That's all right. We can go do Majasa and try to get a better shield. God, man, I swear the +4 Warpath chess pieces just do not exist. They exist, just not for me. It's crazy how many prophecies and how many chess pieces I've gotten and have not seen one. I mean, I did literally like 1 million favor worth of prophecies, chess prophecies, and didn't get a chess piece. That's just crazy. What do we got there? Rings. No, everything's a nope. I think we got another helmet prophecy here. Ernaz belts. Ernaz helmets. An Acolyte helmet and a Rogue helmet. Thanks, game. Playing DD2. Well, nice, nice. Enjoy. All right. What about this time? See, mace, sword, sword. Man, that's not terrible. As a base. God, man, it just doesn't want to give it to me. I would take that helmet if I could get good rolls on it, but I keeps rolling with dodge rating. I mean, I just don't want dodge rating. I mean, I can try to roll it off, but... Razorfall. That +4 to Vengeance is not really all that good, but the 95% increased melee damage that comes along with it. I mean, that's another one maybe we can roll on and just see what happens with it. No love on the belt. Stygian Coal. Yeah, we got 1 LP on the Shattered Chains. Maybe that will go up to 2. That would be ideal. The belt will be super easy to find one to enchant because the ailment cleansing one can be low tier, you know? So all you need to do is find a belt with 1 good roll. What was the critical strike avoidance on that? 4%. You could never get it up to 100 just off of idols. But right now, either critical strike avoidance, critical strike damage reduction, and then the ailment cleansing are the biggest things I need for survivability. Here's a cloth, though. Ten Weaver's Will. Boo! I wonder if I ever found a 2LP anchor. I'll have to check on that here. And what, we were re-rolling this one because we don't want the minion stuff on it. And we got more minion stuff. Boo! I'm assuming those helmets will brick because I got so much I need to do with them. But let's take a peek. See, the problem with this one is I'd be losing so much health. But what we can do is go channeling here. Channel cost. And we want to chaos this to something else. Oh, man, that's a bummer. And we're out of forge potential, so it's just bricked. We didn't get anything done on it. And what about this one? We can probably seal off. See, the problem is I only got 33 forge potential. So this one is not very good as a starter piece at all. See, it jumped me. It went from 16 to 2. So there's just no way I'll get this stuff rolled. Well, we got the health roll on it, but we're down to 0 forging potential. Just need to get some of that stuff on here by default. That way I'm not trying to roll for it. Now, let me see if I had a 2LP anchor. I don't think I do. No, those are all ones. Well, let me just throw this in here until I get one, because that's a pretty decent base. All right. All right, we wanted to do Majasa. It's I think that shield drop from Majasa is guaranteed. I'm not positive on that, but I believe it is. Wonder why those weren't attackable. Jesus, 3,000 damage in one shot. Try her again here. Wow, man. I'm just getting slapped. Another 3,000 damage. Oblivion Spike. I don't think I have enough survivability for that one. What up, SciTech? How you doing, man? Trying to get a few fine-tuning bits on the VK here, and hopefully we'll get up to 700 corruption in the process. Well, I mean, hopefully we'll get to 800, but 700 is probably a little more realistic. What are you playing? I'm going to do that auto bomber build that Aramir's been playing, I think. No good on that. What was down here? Meh. Take that Rune of Weaving, though. The season mechanic actually looks really good, Freezer Rune. It's similar to, like the town building in Path of Exile. It definitely looks like it's worth. I probably would have actually already been playing it by now, but I've been holding off, kind of waiting for a No Man's Sky announcement. Because I'll definitely want to play the No Man's Sky Expedition when it launches. And that could be Thursday. So possible for that to roll out here in 2 days. Right now playing Haunting Abomination. Very nice. Another Sun Seal for the turtle. I think we'll throw a turtle in here. I thought I had turtles on the Weaver tree, but I guess not. I got that Majasa fight there. I should probably change that, actually, because I don't... I mean, I could get a better shield, but I don't really need a better shield, you know? Spin to win erosion projectile. Is that Thea? I know there's a new spin to win build with Thea, with that the battle pass character. I'm probably not going to get the Battle Pass. I just don't know how much I'm going to play it this season with the other stuff upcoming, you know? That, and I'm still digging this Last Epoch update quite a bit. Skill support that enables it super expensive. You got to be able to press up without it so you can make some currency. Aramir's rolling, man. He's, you know, when he gets an upgrade now, it's 4,000 FE or 5,000 FE or whatever. So, you know, you get to that tier, everything costs so much. You have the ability to make a ton, but everything costs an absolute ridiculous amount. I think he said earlier today, he told me he had made like 5,500 FE already today, but he spent like 4,500 of it. All right, let's see. Let's throw a turtle in here. Which one's the turtle? Farsight turtle. Let's just throw it right there. And then we can roll on that idol a little bit here. Healing effectiveness, that's kind of a no. God dang it. Back to the minion shit. We're going to be rolling on that one some more. Where'd that idol go? Did I just drop an idol? I think it was that one. You need about 2,500 to enable a projectile build. 2,000 of it's just for the support. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Got to get your town built up. All right, let's see if we have any luck at the turtle here. Boo and boo. Oh, I thought it would just delete that stuff for you. Apparently not. The last time I did the turtle, I just left the stuff that bricked. You know what? I'm going to take them for the nemesis. That too. All right, so we got lots of turtle stuff here to dump in. Still waiting for that pie in the sky 4 LP item to come out of here. Everything's brick. Jeez. Oops. there's one. There's another one. All right, what else we got? Bunch of rings. Jesus. Literally everything's a brick. There's a 2 LP Jorah's. I mean, we had a few things work out, but not many. I don't know why those are in the turtle box, but let's throw a few more rings in. Nope. We had a couple of items work out of that. You want the Sandlord portrait? What is that from? Wait a minute. Oh, shoot. I should have threw that in there, too. We'll keep that stuff for now. Oh, that's for getting the town all the way upgraded. I thought that was like a season pass type thing. Shred and necrotic resist. Physical pen and healing effectiveness. That kind of bricked. It's not actually terrible, but it's not good either. You're right. Let's just come up this way. Get to another boss fight. I'm surprised I'm not getting one-tapped more, because I got 0 crit avoidance. I got 0 reduction in crit damage when I get hit. My resists are still not perfect. The resists aren't terrible, I guess. My armor's not great, but once again, it's not terrible either. It's not good. But you think that I'd be getting randomly slapped a little bit more than I am. It stayed at 1 LP. Once again, something else for the turtle. Shit. Damn it, man. Should have known to go in there before the echo was done. It's not a bad start, but I'd like to have a T7 attack speed. No point in going in there now. Getting that helmet squared away is going to be a huge damage increase, though. Well, I wanted to change this to the turtle. Change that one to the turtle too. I should drop a belt in one of these. Next decent belt I get, I'll drop in there. Two LP Snowblind. Don't think I'll be using that, but you never know. Want to check the favor again too, see what I'm back up to. The favor goes up fairly quick. Once you get over like 500 corruption or whatever. It's based off of your XP earned. Which even if you're at level 100, you're still earning XP. It's just not doing anything for you. Well, here's an Irene for the turtle. A little more favor. We'll take that. Shoot. There's a nemesis right there. This is that shitty one too, man. I gotta just stay on top of them where I can channel. Take that Stygian. I don't think I'm gonna play a Necro or a Warlock this season, but you never know. No Clotho again. Alright, we can get another roll on that idol. God dang it, man. I just cannot get a break on rolling that thing. Jeez. Almost to another boss fight, but not quite. Two-handed sword. It's going to be junk.
Stand down or die.
Let's see. Boo. Let's see. Now, what did we have? That's for the turtle. That's for the turtle. See, this has got to go. I could try to seal it. Nope. There's another turtle right there. We got a boss too, though. Let's go ahead and do the Harbinger. Oh, shoot. God dang it, I forgot to put the needle in. Ooh. Huh. 14%. All right, let's see what we got. Every one of them is a no. What the hell, man? A little Harbinger Eye, we'll take that. Another needle. Can't turn down another needle. All right, I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick, y'all. Give me just a couple minutes here. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, y'all. The weather here in Washington is absolutely crazy. When I started stream just a few hours ago, I had a little space heater on. I turned the space heater off, And now, just now, I just opened a window because it's getting too warm in here. Like, my God. Ain't nothing wrong with that. SciTech, you got yourself some good wines. Can't complain about that. All right, let me look at the... What did I have now left for prophecies? We're back up to 41,000 favor. We got Diamond Matrons and Fall of the Empire. So I should go over to Fall of the Empire, but how far away? I'm still a long ways away from another boss or an Oribus here. So let's go over to Fall of the Empire and see where we're at on that one. That one's at 512, so I'll get the catch-up mechanic right away here. You got it already, Aramir? You need a top 10 traveler kill? Oh, man. All right, that should have gave me... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say it should have gave me a catch-up mechanic. But you know what? Let's do this instead. Let's grab couple of those rando items off the ground and dump some of our envies in. Any FX. Right, and we'll grab another needle. Or I've got one. Before we do the catch-up mechanic, let's get some boss kills in here. What do we have there? Oh, amulet shard. Actually, or no. Ailments, wand shards. Let's just keep what we got. All right, what did we have? That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. Primalist. Jesus, man. Just cannot get anything. Here's a 1 LP anchor for the turtle. Well, let me see. Did we have another prophecy for him? Parton's Husk. Doesn't look like it. So we're going to have to run out and grab some more prophecies. In fact, let's just do it. Let's do that first. So we want helmets. That's perfect. Another shade of Orbis. Awesome. You know what? I'm going to take that belt one for the Immortal Eyes. That just guarantees I won't see any Immortal Eyes again. Rare enemies. I mean, that one's easy to complete. That's the last ruin. Any boss for 10 helmets? Yeah, we'll take that one. And a Nemesis for 4 helmets. Actually, we might be able to take another cheap one if we get it. Well, there's 6 belts. I think that's all we're going to be able to do. So we want to go back to Fall of the Empire. Get one more gaze here, and then we'll do Orbis. All right, come on. Got to be something good now, right? Another 1 LP anchor. All right. That one's a no. No. And no. What the hell? No. No. This is crazy, man. These things are normally like all over the place until you're actually looking for one, and then you can't find it. That's ridiculous. It's all right. We had a bunch of Orbis kills. So that's going to give me what? 115. That'll take me up to 627. All right. Couple more rings. 46%. How terrible. I finally get one and it's damn near a minimum roll. What is a minimum roll? Oh, 13% is a minimum roll. So I guess that's not absolute minimum, but See, and then that one's the other option, but it's got dodge rating on it. Dodge rating. What the hell? That's a 50% with mana. Oh, wow, man. That would have been so good if it would have rolled something other than that throwing attacks. %. Jesus. All those helmets, man. So much Garbo. Let's see if we can turn them into anything. What was this one? That one's the 46%er. What would we need to do? Well, we can do this. Or not. Oh, wow. I can't get that sealed off. Holy shit, man. Well, I guess I got to try to seal off strength then. There we go. So here we would want the channel cost, right? Shit, and I only got 2 shards left. God dang it. I mean, it is better than what I've got, but God, that sucks. I'm going to lose a bunch of health. What could I put on here that I do have shards for? I could do the echoes. All right, well, that's an upgrade. The volatile reversal, we're not using at all. But that 94% increased void damage applies to all void damage, so... see what we can do with this one. I got to get lucky on these. All right. That's not terrible. Yeah. Just not good, though. I only got 23 forge potential left. Screw it. We'll just go with this one here for now. That'll be a nice damage increase, but it didn't do anything for my survivability at all. Alright, now I still got prophecies here. Nemesis, mages, I can do these anywhere. Well, there's another shade kill. Maybe we go somewhere else for the catch-up mechanic and get 20 more helmets. Let's do that. Because here we're not going to have the catch-up mechanic now, because we're at 627. But if we go somewhere else, like I haven't done Black Sun in a while, what's it at? There we go. We can do the catch-up mechanic here. I only got 2 gazes. That's alright. Get another Orbis kill in. This should be 20 more helmets. Got those blood orbs. All right. More rings for the turtle. There we go. That one would help my survivability a ton. See what we can do with it, though. All right, let's see. All right, we got the open slot here for the channeling. This health regen sucks. Let's see if we can get lucky. We did not. But that's not terrible. It's just not good. So we want health here. And it bricked. Wow. All right, how about this one? The void damage taken is physical. We should be able to get off there pretty easily. Yeah, so it's gone. Let's see if we can re-roll that. That's not ideal. It's not completely bricked, but it's not ideal. Man, I just think the one I have is going to be better. All right, more fodder for the turtle. That's all Nemesis. All right, now what did we have left? Nemesis, rare enemy, exiled mage, diamond matrons. I'm going to find them. The diamond matrons, I think, will be up here in the Lagon area. And this one's at 614 now. We actually have a boss here now. Let's go ahead and kill him. Try to, anyway. This one, it's all about those waves. The tentacles aren't that bad. Uh-oh. Out of juice. Oh no. There we go. Had a bunch of prophecies complete from that too. 3 extra mana. What were our other choices? Lightning res, cold shock, shock duration. I guess we go with the mana. All right, what do we got? Rings, it looks like. Those throwing ones are nice, but I just don't think I'm going to be playing wow, that's not a bad base piece. There's a 2 LP Coral Aegis. Let's head up this way here. I didn't actually end up losing that much health. All right, what's going in? Let's throw an anchor in. Oh, come on now. Don't die in here. All right, come on, beat Clotho. Nope. No Clotho for me. Reroll that again. Movement speed and flat damage. We'll take it. Only one Weaver's Touch, though, so I'm going to end up rerolling that again, too. Almost ate shit there. Nothing. How we doing? I only got 9,000 favor. Exiled Mages, Immortal Eyes. Diamond Matrons. I went to 1 LP. Hopefully, I can get one of those to go to 2. I'm surprised I don't have one yet. A 2 LP one. No Clotho again, man. Like I said, that roll works. Actually, it doesn't. It ended up going with a melee roll again. Seeing another brick. We're going to have to keep re-rolling that one. Oof. Manifest armor. That's not a bad item right there for the Forge Guard. Keep heading up this way, I guess. Too soon to go out to the turtle again. I don't have enough to give up. Got a rando unique item there we can go after. That's a no. That's a no. See if we can go around here. I need some more armor shred, but that's just not the right idol to add it in.
Stand down or die.
I think next time I do prophecies, I gotta just switch it full up to belts. I gotta get that the belt issue resolved. I mean, my overall survivability needs improvement, but that alone it's guaranteed death every time if I get poisoned up and there's no enemies around to leech off of. Guaranteed screwed. What's going on there, Amp? Going good, man. Just trying to get a little fine tuning done on the Void Knight here, and I was hoping to hit 700 corruption today, but I haven't made very many improvements to the corruption. I should actually try to focus the corruption and just let the loot come as a secondary. But instead I've been focusing on getting prophecies done, trying to... Got 2 pieces I'm really trying to work on. A helmet and a belt. It stayed at 1 LP, but that's alright. Yeah, I put a video out just about every day on YouTube on DD2. It's just not a game that I stream very often. 10. Oof. Damage over time. Boo. Yeah, you just do exclamation YouTube in chat. It'll give you a link to my channel if you're not familiar with it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save that for Nemesis 2, because I do plan on switching to Judgment. And then that can get turtled. Turtled. I'll just throw that in here. And then that would be for the Pally. There we go. That's a workable belt. I'm the reason to play all the Dungeon Defenders games. Well, nice. God, man, there's only 3 of these Fate Weavers, and I have just not been getting any Clothos at all. And that, of course, is the one I want. That's all Garbo. God dang it, man. All this minion stuff. This is the only trade to friends one. The Circle of Fortune. I will never do Circle of Fortune again, probably. This will probably be my last Circle of Fortune season. Just RNG. It doesn't matter how many drops I get. RNG is not my friend. I can grind out currency and get valuable items to sell. So trade for me personally just is a much better choice. Shit. But I mean, I can do prophecies all day long and not find an item. Not like an item that's not that rare. All right. So what did we want? We want the remove ailments. That's a prefix. So we got to get rid of one of these. We can seal that off. We'll throw the ailment cleansing there. We'll go health on this last one. Oh, please. All right, that's not bad. Because this doesn't need to be a high tier. It's 100% chance even at tier 1. So there is my base. So basically, I choose the 100% chance to cleanse all ailments as the automatic. And then I hope that the reduced bonus damage taken from crits rolls as the second. But I gotta see, do I even have a 2 LP belt? The Shattered Chains here. Shit, I don't even have one. Well, I'm gonna have to get one. I've got a 1 LP one. I need a 2 LP belt though. But, I mean, once I get one, I'll have that ready to go. So I just need the belt. I need the 2 LP Shattered Chains now. If it wasn't for the more melee damage per stack of Doom, I would be fine with just not even using a unique belt. But that increased damage per stack of Doom is just pretty huge. Alright, so we need Orbis fights. Let's just go through that one anyway, even though it's a fail. I can actually cheese the Orbis fights really easily. Do I want to do that? I mean, I feel like that's probably the best way to go. It's not really cheesing it. It's just taking advantage of the systems that are in the game. Nothing really incredible there. All right, do we take the gloves? See, now I got a choice. I can target farm Oribus just by raising and lowering my corruption. Like if you go to that node to lower your corruption and then just run one echo, and then it'll give you the catch-up mechanic Oribus fight. I think that's the quickest way to farm Oribus. I should be close to a natural Oribus here, though. Let's just keep going out. Try to get a natural one first. At least get our corruption raised up a little bit more. I'm not going to get to 700 today like I was hoping, but I'll at least get to 650, I think. Hopefully.
I cannot do that.
26% increased movement speed. I mean, we can keep those for to slam into something, probably. Actually, is that a... Yeah, it's a tier 7. It's a min roll tier 7, though. All right. There should... You'd think there'd be an Oribus up here.
Stand down or die.
Oh, wow. That's not a bad base piece. Neither is that. Now that I got a usable helmet, now I'm getting helmet drops. Isn't that how it works? Par for the course. Oh. Wow. That dude slapped. I guess we'll go this way and up. Gold elementals.
Stand down or die.
God dang it, man. Really? I'm just getting cracked off like crazy here. Now I've ruined both routes. Let's go back to this one.
Stand down or die.
Teleporty guy. Alright, there's Orbis. So hopefully, well, what I'll do is after this one, if I don't have enough to kill the boss, I'll just, I'll envy up to it. Get a boss kill in, and then, get a boss kill in with a needle. And then that should raise me up like 54 or 52 or something. The boss is going to be all the way around here. All right. That is not enough to get me a boss. Those are both the same. So what we'll do, I'll just grab one of these items off the ground. And we will envy. Alright, that was probably enough for 2. It may have been enough for 2 boss kills. And then let's grab another needle. Yeah, it's enough for 2. Well, we got through the first cycle of them really quick. God dang it, man. Here we go. And what do we got there? Damage over time, fire damage, crit and fizz, and strength. Two LP storm carved. All right, now if we do that, we get 58. See if we can get it without choking here. It depends on if it's the Meteor Orbis or not. The Meteor Orbis gets me quite frequently. Oh, shit. Terrible positioning on that one. There we go. No belts. Damn you. Bunch of scepters, but that was a nice jump in corruption anyway. That got me to 672. So I'm not that far off from 700. I kind of feel like I need to get that belt situated though. What I can do is do this node, drop it down, then run one map. It's going to give me the catch-up mechanic, which is another Orbis fight. And I can rinse and repeat that. Let's do that. At least get a few kills in. right, so that gives me the ability to lower it. So we'd want to lower it by at least 100. And then if we come in and just do one node, it will give me another Orbis fight right away. I mean, on that same note, can also do the Orbis Echo, or where you do fight all of the Orbis. I think you got really, really high chance to get the drops then, too. With a Woven Echo. Bunch of axes. That must have been a really old prophecy. Bunch of one-handers too. Alright, so now if we go in, it'll instantly give me an Orbis node here as a catch-up mechanic. So we get another Orbis fight with basically only having to do 1.5 maps. I'm pretty sure that's the quickest way to farm them. But like I said, the Woven Echo might be a better choice overall. I'm not certain. Doing it this way, we're going to be fighting against just normal Orbis RNG. And I think the Woven Echo, shit. I think the Woven Echo might have an increased chance of getting the loot. Oof. Big shots. God dang it, man. I'm just running into every one of them. Fuck. I killed myself big time. I ran into every one of those stupid things. Maybe I should have lowered it more. And then it just depends on which Orbis you get, too, out of all of his abilities. Some of them are quite trivial to deal with, and some of them are a little more irritating. God dang it. Oh, Jesus. No belt. That's a bummer. I'm not sold that that's the way. Like I said, it gives you a lot of Orbis fights, but if you do that Woven Echo, which one is it? The Orbis one. This one here. I've only got one of those. I'm wondering if I should put those into the Weaver tree. Might be an easier way to farm him. Let me see. Put those there. We should just run into a bunch of them then. See, and then now you can do the same thing over again. Lower the corruption back down, then do the catch-up mechanic to raise it back up. Let's try it one more time, just to see. Let's drop it down 150 this time. And then once again, just do one node. We'll get the catch-up mechanic. And you actually end up getting a lot of boss fights doing that too. So if you're looking for a particular boss besides Orbis, like the timeline boss. Yeah, it does give you a bunch of stability. So it's definitely a good way to farm the boss fights. Come on, dude. He's got to just hang out in the corner, doesn't he? Come back to the mid. You know you want to. Yeah, see, no, no belt. I wonder if his drop chances are reduced when you do that. Because the belts are not super uncommon, you know? But it seems like all I ever get is rings. Speaking of, I'm getting a lot of rings for the turtle again. Just throw all them in there, even the 2LP. Actually, I've got so many 2LP ones now. I'm going to throw all those in. Huh, I could actually upgrade a ring. Let me see. Let's use that one as a base. Alright, looks like I got a bunch of helmets too. Let's see, one of those was for the Forge Guard. I mean, that's not bad. It's just a shame that the T7 rolled on poison resist, you know? That one's actually quite workable. That's not terrible. Now I don't have any forge potential left, though. And I'd still need to put channeling on that, which I don't have the shards for right now. I only got 2. Nope, it bricked it out. Yeah, see, need that channel cost up to tier 5. So that's just a brick, I think. I don't know what I kept that for. That one I wanted to save for the Pally. And then that goes in the turtle. Yeah, man, the turtle bin is loading up. Now, what was that stuff there for? I don't really remember why I was saving that, but I was saving it for something. Let's get the 4 again. Oh, you know what? When you do the catch-up mechanic, do you get a bonus from the gaze? Let's see. Let's find out. Let's grab some needles here. Grab a couple of them. God, if you get needles too, that might actually end up being a quicker way to raise your corruption level. Another 2 LP Coral Aegis. All right. See, now 4 Gaze of Oribus. If I lower it, see, right now we're at 623. If we lower it by 100, and then we run a node real quick. Getting smacked by something. All right, we want what? A belt, because we need. No, and the boss is already clear. Let's just bail. All right, now if we go to the catch-up mechanic, what is that? That's 105. It basically doesn't give us anything. So that doesn't really raise us up. So I guess there's just no substitution for just grinding it up. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, and still no belts. I don't know, man. I'm starting to think this drop pool is limited when you do the catch-up mechanic. See, we only went up by 5, and we used 4 Gaze of Oribus on it. So we didn't really get anything out of doing that, which is a bit of a bummer. But good learning experience anyway. Anyway, though, y'all, that is going to get it for me for today. Sorry about all the connection issues today. Hopefully tomorrow that will be resolved. We will see. But thanks a ton for hanging out. Hopefully everyone's having a good afternoon. And I will see you all tomorrow. Take it easy, y'all.